Well, hey guys, it is Brent back here with you. Another little short episode of the Tennis Mindset Project. What we're going to focus on today is the so-called reset button. And the reset button is something that you've got to have. It's actually a skill that you've got to have because the reality of tennis is we don't win every point, right? And in fact, we make some, shall we call it, let's be honest, some bonehead unforced errors from time to time. That's just normal for any player out there, no matter how good you are. But the other thing too is that your opponent from time to time either is going to get lucky or hit an unintentional something that's great, especially on a big point in your match. And you got to be able to reset and not go too low emotionally when things don't go your way. So what I want to help you with today is how to do that. I've got a very specific way of doing that for you so that emotionally you're staying on an even keel no matter what just happened at the end of that point. Let's start with the first bullet point here, which is the assumption. The assumption is that you totally believe at the start of every point that you're going to play up to the top of your ability. Whatever that skill level is, you're going to bring out your best stuff. You might not, but you have to assume that. You have to believe that. And if you're not believing that, then the chances are you're not going to consistently play at the top of your skill level. So that's the assumption number one. And the reset button is, again, your ability to be able to reset your mind into, hey, this next point, I'm going to play well. And too often what happens is after you make that unforced error or that guy over there plays a great shot, especially after a big point, whatever that is, 4-all in the third, it's your ad, and the guy plays an unintentional great shot, or maybe you miss an easy ball. You got to be able to reset mentally so that emotionally you're not all over the map. And when you can do that, good things are probably going to happen for you in the next point. The way I do it is with my BPR, which is a between points routine. As soon as that point is over where, again, you make a unforced error that normally you don't, is that the messaging is really important immediately after that point. For me, it's just like, all right, no sweat. It's all good. Good things are about to happen. And that's the messaging you got to have, as opposed to, oh my God, that was my one and only chance, whatever, right? The second part is you got to take 3 deep breaths, right? You got to kind of physically either recover from the point or you got to clear out your body with 3 deep breaths from your abs. Not up high in the chest, but down low. And then the commitment has got to be, how are you going to start the next point? Right? I mean, you got to have some plan. And if you're still dwelling on the unforced error, or if you're still dwelling on, oh my God, the guy's so lucky, whatever, you're not going to have clarity as to how you want to start the next point. Obviously, when you're serving, that's pretty simple, right? Because you're in total control of, are you serving down? You're going to serve down to the tee, you're serving to the body, you're serving out wide, maybe a different kind of spin, but that's in your control. And when you have hit the reset button after that disappointing point you just played, then what happens is you start to get some real clarity as to how to start the next point. And then for me, it's pretty simple. I mean, the end of it is just, all right, yeah, here we go. I love this. Some positive self-pump, and then you just go ahead and go with your tactical start. With your tactical start commitment. Look, here's the reality. 80-20 reality says that 80% of the time that we're on the court playing a match, we're not playing points. We're actually spending that time between points and or side changes, and it's crucial. It's imperative that you manage that time really, really well. When you're playing a match, only about 20% of the time are you actually playing the points. So when you manage the 80% super well, you tend to play at the top of your skill level more often than not. On a real consistent basis, you're playing up to that top of that skill level for the 20% of the match. What I've got for you is a free video. It's called my Between Points Routine. It's a 9-minute video, and it is free, and it will show you, it will describe to you exactly what are the 4 parts between points routine that I go through especially if I need to reset after making an error or that guy, did something great over there. Right down below, there is a link that will take you to that free video. Go ahead and click it. And hope this has been helpful today, right? I will see you inside that video.